Hey guys, Jones in here. Today, starting episode 1 of Slay the Spire. Gonna give it a shot, see what it's all about. The game just, I believe, fully launched out of early access, where it's been for a year or so, maybe 2 years. It's really my first time looking at it. Go ahead and create my file. Jonesing like usual. If you don't know about Slay the Spire, it's basically a roguelike card game where you crawl through dungeons and you play cards to combat different bosses and different mobs. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's try Slay the Spire. Here we go. Alright, we got 3 different modes. Standard, embark on a quest. Seems like that's the only one we can do. Yeah, let's go with standard. Choose my character. Again, it seems like we only have one option. Let's go ahead. The Ironclad. The remaining soldier of the Ironclad sold his soul to harness demonic energies. Okay. At the end of the combat, heals 6 HP. I have seen gameplay of this game, so I definitely have an idea of what it's about, and it looked super interesting. I watched streams, watched different videos of it, so I have an idea of kind of what goes on, but for the most part, I'm pretty much a big noob at actually playing this myself. So I don't really know what different paths are better. I'd assume tougher mobs will make it harder. Like we see elite mobs, I know about those. They're harder enemies. The merchants, like an early shop, isn't going to do us much because we don't have a lot of gold. So maybe let's try to find one with a later shop or one that leads to a lot of campfires. So I don't know, maybe we can try to get a win in our first video of this. So yeah, let's just start over here on the left. I don't really know too much about it. Let's look at the tutorial. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play. Once you're out, end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn. Your energy is replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Okay. So like armor and like a Hearthstone type of game. That's the card game I'm used to playing, like the online trading card games. Block reduces incoming attack damage, but wears off at the start of your turn. Okay. During your turn, you can observe an enemy's intent above them. If an enemy is intent on attacking you, be sure to gain some block. Alright, I'm ready. Battle start. Okay, we go first. Okay, so he's gonna deal 11 damage. We got 80 HP. I'd assume in this dungeon kind of crawl game, it's really important just to not take damage, is what I've seen, is that the more defensive you are with a character like the Ironclad, the more rewarded you are like later in the game, because you can just make it farther in general. There's a cool mechanic in this game called Vulnerable. It makes it so you deal more damage to the monster. It also seems like he's intends to block and use a buff, so we don't have to worry about getting armor. So let's deal 8 damage, apply to Vulnerable, and strike for a lot of damage at that point. Alright, end turn. It seems like you benefit a lot from just playing a lot of cards in this game, and that's what I really have enjoyed seeing it. Oh. If there are no cards to draw, your discard pile is shuffled into the draw pile. That's awesome. I've seen a lot of cards like go back in when I watch different videos of this game and different things, and I have no idea what that mechanic was, so seems like he's gonna deal 10. Let's gain 10, so maybe we won't even take damage. He had some blocks, so I don't know how much our strike really did there. Deals 10 to us. We have a full 10. We don't even take damage from that. Awesome. Alright, let's see. So he's going to buff again, so we should just focus on dealing damage to him, I guess. Almost dead. Hopefully we should kill him next turn. Bella. +3 strength. Oh, maybe not. We have to get 2 strikes, right? Or bash and a strike does the job perfect. Alright, he's dead. So we heal 6 at the end of every single combat. That's cool. Add 12 gold. Gold we can spend later in shops when we get to that point. And let's add a card to my hand. An interesting mechanic with this game I have noticed is that it's really important that you don't fill your deck up with useless stuff. Like, a lot of cards seem like they have their niche uses, but in a deck with a ton of niche uses, you get a lot of dead cards where you can't even play. So let's see. Deal 9 damage. put a card from your discard pile on the top of your draw pile. Interesting. Gain 8 block, draw 1 card, or deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Well, that's 9 damage, but it gets up and up for more. We would increase it. You know, I'm going to take Shrug It Off. It seems like the most versatile. Card draw can't be bad, so yeah, let's move on. Unknown. So I've seen a couple of the unknown things. It seems like before you lies an elaborate shrine to an ancient spirit. Okay, so if we pray, we get 100. Desecrate, we get more gold, but we become cursed. At the end of your turn, lose HP equal to the number of cards in your hand. Okay, I don't know if I like that curse. Let's just play it safe for now. Let's just gain 100 gold. As your hand touches the shrine, gold rains from the ceiling, showering you in riches. Perfect. So 211 gold. Let's move on to the next enemy. Alright, we got a cultist. This enemy intends to use a buff. Okay, so same thing. Let's bash and strike and then end turn. But yeah, like I was saying, what I do like about this game is how making the right choices is super important, because if you get a lot of dead draws, you end up just shit out of luck when you draw cards you can't even use. He's attacking for 6, so we're going to block once. I think it's okay if we take 1 damage here, because we heal 6 at the end of combat, so it means 74 is effectively 100% HP for us. He's going to do 9. So same thing, why don't we just Shrug It Off and bash, because it does the, oh no. Let's double strike, because it actually does the most damage. Oh. Whoop. First mistake. I already see it. It just shows how inexperienced at this game. I know some, but I definitely don't know it all, and I should be paying more attention. I missed lethal last turn. I could have dealt enough damage to kill him, but that's okay. We'll kill him this turn. No harm, no foul. No foul. He's a bird. Okay, that joke's not funny. I'm sorry. 14 gold. Great. Add a card to my deck. This card applies a power to you when used. Powers are passive abilities that remain for the duration of combat. Okay, at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to enemies for each attack played this turn. That's super interesting. Okay. Do 5 damage twice. That's a lot of damage. 10 damage, technically, and then if it gets any sort of increases, which I have seen in this game, different upgrades to certain cards, it's just really good. But the powers... No, I'm going to take Fire Breathing. Let's try the power card. I really haven't seen that before. Like I said, I haven't watched too much of this game, so a lot of this first look, for me, if this is your first time seeing the game, I'm sure you're like, what is he doing? This is not right, but, you know, for me, it's cool. I like playing games for the first time and making a ton of mistakes, because you can kind of see how far you come. But anyway, 7, 5, we're going to take 12 damage. So on receiving, attack damage rolls up and gains 6 block, and this one gains 5 block. Okay, so they gain block when they take damage. So let's just worry about defending ourselves. Draw a card. This way we take no damage this turn, and this deals 6. Okay, so we technically didn't do any damage to him, but that's only block, so he loses that. Yeah, so that was... So it keeps you, most of that mechanic keeps you from doing a bunch of damage in 1 turn, because you effectively negated our damage for that turn, but now he doesn't have that block, so we can kill him. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies for each attack played this turn. So if we play this, and we strike him, he should die at the end of our turn, correct? Because it'll do damage to him, if I'm understanding that correctly. Yes, perfect. And this guy's buffing, so we don't have to worry about him. He grows. Okay, gains 3 attack damage. He's attacking for 8. We should be able to kill him here pretty easily. Yep, strike. And he's dead. Moving on. Things are looking pretty okay for us. 12 gold, Gambler's Brew. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many. Yeah, why not? Potions. Drink or throw potions during combat. Potions save you. I have seen that mechanic. It seems super cool, like that you can, you know, decide to go all out for certain boss fights or if you're gonna lose a fight. Alright, let's look. Iron Wave we've seen. It's super versatile, looks like. Drop kick, deal 5 damage. If the enemy is vulnerable, gain energy and draw 1 card. Okay, so that seems like it synergizes with the one that deals 8 and applies to vulnerable, because that effectively becomes a free card. Pummel, deal 2 damage 4 times. Exhaust. Remove until end of combat. Oh, so we lose the card until we're done. Oh, okay. That's interesting. It's a strong card, it seems like, but I think going for Dropkick seems like the most interesting card here, where if we draw it with, I believe that card is called Bash, it effectively is free. So it's not good right now to draw it because it's not free. Strategic, the enemy intends to inflict a negative effect on you. Okay, so I've seen that they can lower our defense, make us take more defense, make us do less damage, so we'll see what he does. But he's not going to hurt us, so let's just strike 3 times and pass. Discard any number of cards and draw that many. So that would be great if we realize that, you know, there's no way that we can play any of the cards in our hand. So he's going to deal 16. We can only gain 10 HP this turn, which I think is worth it because we're weak right now. So let's block. Block. I don't know if it's worth to play Fire Breathing because we're only fighting 1 enemy. Oh, when its HP is at or below 50%, we'll split into 2 smaller slimes with Acid Slime L's current HP. So maybe it is worth playing Fire Breathing, and this seems like it's going to be a longer fight, so I'm going to play Fire Breathing because eventually he's going to split up into multiple enemies, and then that 1 damage is going to really start to add up. Alright, okay, he's going to have a negative effect on us. We only have 1 attack card though, so let's see if we can get something else. And we'll play Bash. Now he's vulnerable, we'll do a little bit more damage to him. We'll do 1 damage with our Fire Breathing attack. Weaken again. Okay. Okay, so he is vulnerable, so we can play Dropkick for free, correct? Yep, we gain the energy back. Probably worth the block. Block and then strike. We will take 6 here, but oh, we interrupted it. Oh, because he splits. So if we get him below that 50 HP mark, he actually splits into 2 enemies, and then that is his turn. That's good to know for when other enemies split. They're both gonna debuff me, and we cannot kill any of them. But we can set up for lethal on one of them next turn. And then our Fire Breathing attack doing work for us, doing 3 damage to all of them because of the 3 strikes we played. He's gonna deal 10 to us. We have no way to make him vulnerable for Dropkick, but let's see, he's dealing 10. So why don't we shrug it off? And we're gonna have to strike twice, unfortunately. Oh wait, no we won't, because it'll die. You know what, let's play it safe, and let's try to stay at full HP. I know I'm probably playing super defensive, but I think it's worth it here to really try to focus on extending the run. It looks like that map looked pretty long, which means we have to go through a lot of these fights, and we only heal 6 at the end. So trying to stay as high HP as possible. Perfect. Bash and Dropkick go together beautifully because we can Dropkick for free. And then I think he's dead. Yep. Perfect. Alright, we 251 gold, add a card. Twin Strike, deal 5 damage twice, shrug it off. Shrug it off has been great for us, honestly. Warcry, draw 1 card, put a card from your hand onto the top of your draw pile, exhaust. I think Warcry is probably the best here. It costs 0, so we can play it at any time. I'm not sure about how good of a card it is. Alright, let's go to our Fire, which we can rest and gain HP, but we're at 80 out of 80, so there's no point in doing that. Or we can upgrade a card in our deck. So I guess let's look what that. I have seen this. I don't exactly know how the upgrade system works. If we upgrade a strike, it only gains 3 damage. If we upgrade a block, it gains 3 block. Bash gains 2 damage, but 1 more vulnerable. Shrug it off, 3 block. That'd be great if it was draw like another card. This one, oh, it just reduces the mana cost. Okay, that's not bad because that becomes a free card at that point. Deal 8 damage. Okay, and Warcry, draw 2 cards. That is interesting. Honestly, Bash seems like it does a lot of work for us. It does 2, but then applies another vulnerable, so it itself kind of applies for at least 3 damage, or at least 3 more damage on top of the 8 that it was usually doing. So yeah, let's upgrade Bash. Let's see what happens. That card's been super useful with dropkick for us. Okay, so we can choose to fight an elite monster or a regular monster. We're in pretty good shape with HP, and there is a fire after any of these fights, so I think we're gonna try fighting the elite monster. We're doing super good. That might be a risk. Lagavulin. Okay, probably butchered that, but that's okay. Enemies is sleep. At the end of its turn, gain 8 block. Fuck, I really actually don't want to wake it up, but okay, you know, we'll just... Oh, okay. It's awake, and it's got crab legs in the shell. That's okay. It kind of looks like an ocarina from Zelda to me a little bit, but ocarinas don't deal 18 damage to Link when he fucks with them, but that's okay. Got our upgraded Bash, which is really nice for me. Okay, well, let's start with Shrug It Off, because he's dealing 18, and I don't really want to take 18 to the face. It seems like... Oh, we could Warcry and try to get another block. No, I think we just Bash. I think it's okay if we take a little bit of damage and put it on top of our draw pile. Let's just use Warcry. Let's choose a card to put on top of the draw pile. I don't know if Fire Breathing is going to be too effective in this matchup, but I think that our chances of getting Strike the next turn are high anyway, because we have a lot of strikes in our deck. Probably not true, because we just actually discarded 3 of them, so maybe that was a bad play, but honestly, I had no idea. He's dealing 18 again, so we could choose to block and only take 3 damage, but he is vulnerable right now. So I think it's worth it to do 2 block, take a little bit of damage, but strike him to kind of chip away at him a little bit. He's chipping away at me, I'm chipping away at him. We'd take 8 there. Let's see, he inflicted powerful negative effect. Okay. Interesting. Well, he's not dealing damage to us, so let's just strike. He was vulnerable, so he's dealt 1 more damage, which is great. Siphon strength down. Decrease block gain. Oh, so we can decrease the armor we gain too. That's pretty strong. It's good practice in Hearthstone to draw first if you plan to play this card anyway, and I think I do, so it's good practice to draw first. We can gain 8 more and negate to up to 16 or up to 15. My math's beautiful. Or we could Bash and apply vulnerable, which I think is worth it. Kill him a little bit faster. We definitely take a lot of damage here. Take 11, but like I said, we do have that fire after this fight. But now he's kind of chipping away at us, so I'm kind of regretting that decision a little bit. Let's defend, because I don't want to take that much damage. Let's hit him again. Pass. This game seems... The cool part about this game is that you just get to play so many cards. Like, especially in other card games, you know, sometimes you can just get stomped over and feel like you really didn't do anything. But in this game, it feels like I'm doing something every fight, even when maybe necessarily I'm not doing that much damage or I'm just blocking. I don't know. It feels cool to just play a lot of cards. I don't know. A negative effect on me, so we shouldn't play the defense, and so that means we should just play these cards because we have the energy for it. And oh, he was exhausted. I mean, it's really no point to play defend, I guess, because it's not doing damage to us, but might as well. I don't know if there's any benefit for keeping cards in your hand, because they all discard anyway, so is there a benefit to doing that? I'm not really sure. I don't think so. We'll look into that, or figure it out eventually. So he's at 25. Can I kill him here? So we deal 8, take him down to, what, 17, and then we have 1 more mana, but he's 3 vulnerable, so this will deal 7 actually. So no, we can't kill him. Let's negate some of the damage we're gonna take. 3 block is not enough. I honestly think we should just bash and hopefully look to kill him next turn. We're gonna take 12 damage. Oof. Maybe fighting the epic wasn't the best choice. 4, 8, 12, but he is 2 vulnerable, so this should kill him, correct? Yes, sir. Alright, nice. We gained 6. Oh, you gain a lot more gold for an epic, that's true. Chirons, I don't know. Whenever you exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies, remove until end of combat. Sure. Relics found throughout the Spire grant unique bonuses and remain throughout your run. They can be found by defeating powerful foes or within chests. Interesting. I know the relic we started with was Burning Bloods. Healing 6 was great, and this, we exhaust a card and we deal 3 damage to all our enemies. We only have 1 card that exhausts right now. Let's try. Try 12 damage, apply 2 weak. Super expensive card though, but it does 12. Gain 5 block, deal 5 damage. At the start of your turn, lose 1 HP and draw 1 card. I don't know if that's worth it. I think HP is so super valuable in this game, it seems like. I don't know, Clothesline seems powerful, but it kind of seems like a bait a little bit, like it could be hard to get out of my hand, while Iron Wave deals damage and blocks, so it does 2 things, albeit not as good as Strike and Block do, but it does it each both like a half good job, which is okay for me. I think we'll go to the fire and I think we'll heal because we took a good amount of damage there. I don't know if we misplayed and we definitely shouldn't have taken that damage. Maybe we could have played Gambler's Brew and tried to get a little bit more block, but I mean, enemy was tough. A chest. I don't want to skip a chest. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. That seems super good if there's a card that we accidentally took, or there is those curse cards. If we run into those and we don't want those, then we can get them the hell out of our deck. That's awesome, actually. Okay, so we can fight either an enemy or go to the unknown. The unknown was good to us last time, so why don't we check it out? Let's see. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down. Okay, doesn't seem good for us now. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know, and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. That's the most voices, or the inflection is enough for you to know that 3 different people were talking there. Forget, remove a card, transform a card, upgrade a card. Upgrading was cool, so why don't we upgrade? Can we upgrade a card again? Doesn't seem like it. It doesn't have Bash on here. What is Iron do? 7 and 7. That's really strong. We looked at these before. Fire breathing becomes 0 is really nice, honestly. This becomes 0, so it seems like or no, this doesn't come. Draw 2 cards. Never mind. 7 and 7. I think I want to do fire breathing. My logic here is fire breathing seems super bad to play for 1 mana, just because I feel like I'm wasting mana. But if it's 0 mana, then playing it as soon as I draw it, and then getting value out of it because I played it early is super nice. You know what? I'm just gonna. Seems like we can do a couple randoms in a row. I don't know. The randoms have been good to us. I assume that bad things can happen in the randoms. As you walk into the room, you hear a gurgling and a grinding. Oh, that's cool. The words kind of have an effect. Of metals, before you is a slime-like creature that ate too much scrap for its own good. From the center of the creature, you see glints of strange light, perhaps something magical. It looks like you can get some treasure if you just reach inside its opening. However, the acids and the sharp objects may hurt. Lose 3 HP. 3 HP is not a lot, but 25% isn't a lot either. I think I'll just leave. I'll skip that one. You said to leave the area. The slime pays no attention, content with its meal. Cool. Free. I assume this is the boss. Are we strong enough to beat the boss with our current deck? Should we kill more? Go through? No, I'm going to continue on the unknown train. I know that might be a little bit boring, but I want to see... I kind of want to see a negative from this. Is there negatives for these? As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. No, upon closer inspection, they are tied to strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There's a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do? Banana, heal 26. Donut, 5+ max. Well, we're going to come to the boss soon, so I'm not sure the max HP makes that much of a difference. At the end of your turn, lose HP to the number of cards in your hand. I don't like that card. I don't like losing HP. Let's heal. I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, you eat the banana. It's nutritious and slightly magical. Healing you. I'll take that. We gotta go unknown again. Whew. Out of breath from reading. Feels like class. Jesus. You fall into a puddle. It's made of slime goop. Frantically, you claw yourself out over several minutes as you feel the goop starting to burn. Okay. You can feel goop in your ears, goop in your nose, goop everywhere. I don't like the idea of goop everywhere. Climbing out, you notice that some of your gold is missing. Looking back to the puddle, you see your missing coins combined with gold from unfortunate adventurers mixed together. Okay. Let's leave it. I don't want to lose 11 HP. I know that that's kind of stingy. 75 gold seems like a lot of gold since I only have 283 and I gain about 10 to 20 per fight. But I don't want to lose HP. I really want to remain tanky, and it seems like when my HP gets low, I get kind of nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. Alright, doesn't seem like it matters here too much. Let's just keep straight on. Okay, we fought these guys, but these guys are slightly more... You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Viva Pinata, a game I got free for the Xbox 360 when I bought it. I'm gonna be honest, I loved that game. That game was super fun. But anyway, we're taking 17, and these guys have their curl up effect, just like before, 4, 5, 5. 17 is a lot. Let's gain 2 blocks, but then let's begin chipping away. I think I'm gonna deal to the one with the least amount of HP, because if I get another strike, that means I can kill this one next turn, which is super beneficial. We are going to take, what, 7 here? Nice, okay. That's okay. We're at 73 out of 80. That's fine. Buff, negative effect, 5. Okay. Well, nothing's gonna actually hurt us because we're gonna kill this guy, so let's do 5. Let's strike, and there's no point in hitting this guy again because we only deal 1 more damage, so let's strike this one instead. Get those down within lethal range. Our strikes aren't gonna do enough damage, but a bash would kill these in 1 hit. Spit web. This reminds me of the goop. I don't like this. We are weakened, unfortunately, but we can play Fire Breathing for free, which is what I really enjoyed about getting that card upgraded, is that now we just have the effect for the rest of the fight, although it's not going to go that much longer. So we strike here. Can we kill both of them? I don't think so. So Bash will kill this because we'll get 1 attack, but we cannot kill both of them with that. So let's just deal 4. This one will take 2 damage. Yep. So we were really close to lethal. And maybe I just didn't see it. I'm not sure. I really wish this guy would stop spraying rebs at me, or I was gonna say shooting rope. I don't like that. I wish I didn't say that. I'll be honest. That's gross. But anyway, lethal right there. I can do 4 is more than 1. Sounds good. 18 gold, starting to make up that gold deficit. Energy potion, gain 2 energy. So we could have like a power turn if we played draw more cards and then Add a card. Gain 2 strength. Deal 9. Draw a card. That seems super nice. This one attracted my attention right away because it does more than a strike and I draw a card. And card draw just seems great in this game. I mean, card draw is great. It seems like in a lot of deck building games I've played, but this one especially seems like I can really just rifle through. Oh, it's called Toke. I like that. Remove a card from your deck. It's nice and peaceful. Get rid of the card. Get out of my face. You know. We're only missing 1 HP, so I think resting is kind of a waste. So we'll Smith. Seems a pretty obvious choice. We don't need to Toke. I don't think we have we don't need to Toke in this game. I don't think we have enough cards or have any bad cards we want to lose, unless we wanted to lose like a defend or strike. But I don't know. Our deck's pretty versatile. Oh, I kind of like upgrading this. You draw 2 cards, which is a big thing. If it just upgraded the damage, I wouldn't be so sure about it, but drawing 2 cards is really nice. Just lets us rifle through our deck. The other cards I've kind of looked at, they don't do that much special. Maybe I'm putting too much value on card draw, but for right now, drawing cards has not failed me, so let's try it out. Is that the boss? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Mode shift. After receiving 30 damage, changes into a defense mode. I kind of want it in a defense mode, because I don't want it to hit me. It tends to block, so let's just deal damage. Let's go. Alright. Nice. Pass. Charging up. 9. Destroy, destroy, destroy. Oh, Jesus. Okay, 32, and it's like a sickle. Which is kind of cool. Maybe that's the symbol for, like, a higher damage attack. We can play Fire Breathing for free. Perfect. Love that. Chip away. This seems like it'll be a long fight. That's a lot of HP. We will... I don't want to take all that damage, so let's put a card from your hand on top of the draw. I don't know if I want to play your card, so let's shrug it off, defend, it's War Cry, and since I can't play Bash this turn, I want Bash next turn. I think that card is super valuable. Put it back in our deck so we can get it again. And then let's gain some block and deal a little bit of damage on top. Taking some damage though, but that's okay. Okay, we're minus 15 HP. Inflicts a powerful negative effect. I don't like that, but that's okay. Oh, this is a lot of damage here. Bash into Pommel Strike. So let's Bash, apply Vulnerable. We lose out on the draw 2 cards because we can't play them, but I think the damage is worth it. I definitely think that we should do that. Oh, it shuffled Bash. We can do it. Defensive mode. I said I wanted that, but I'm not sure that I do want that. I just don't like getting hit. So. Oh, Sharp Hide. Okay. Whenever you play an attack, take 3 damage. Okay, so hitting it actually hurts us now, and it still does damage. That's not a defensive mode, that's damage. Okay, so let's shrug it off. Let's draw a card. I like that. Iron Wave seemed valuable. Let's see how this mechanic works. So we gain the block before we deal the damage, which is nice to know because that saves me some HP. If we strike, we actually lose 3 block then, which means we will take 2. Is that okay with me? I think that's okay with me to deal some damage. Alright. Oh, and then on top of that, our Fire Breathing effect completed. And we don't take damage from our Fire Breathing attack because we don't actually play an attack. That's good to know. 8 by 2. That's a lot of damage. And he's still doing damage back. This reminds me of Rammus from League of Legends. So he's coming at us, okay. Just okaying at us, but that's okay. Shrug it off. I want to gain some armor. That negates one of his attacks. Iron Wave seems... Oh, Dropkick's free. That's right. Dropkick for free. Perfect. We do take damage for that. But I think Iron Wave would be perfect to gain some block and deal damage. I'm just going to block here. Just to negate that by a little bit more. Only take 4 this turn. Oh, he's back. So we, after receiving 40 damage, change the defense mode. Oh, now it's like a cleaver. It's like a meat cleaver. Jesus. Okay. But he loses that defensive, offensive ability. I don't know if I just want to strike. These cards seem a little weak, so let's deal 10, because that's great, and draw 2. Bash, I hate not playing Bash, but I think we... You know what, I'm going to use the energy potion. I want to play Bash, and I also want to get some armor, so let's drink this. Play Bash, apply Vulnerable, so next turn we can do a little bit more damage. We only need 20 more damage to reset him to defensive mode, so we can't do that now. That would be great, though, to avoid that damage. But let's gain 10 block. Ooh, maybe we could have done it. No, we still would have missed it by a few. That's definitely something I'll have to get used to, is playing around fire breathing. Tends to block on its turn. I think we want to switch it into its defensive mode. I think that's better for us. So let's deal as much damage as we can to it. We have to deal 18 to it. I think we can do that. Yeah, perfect. And then he gains block, but that doesn't matter to us, right? Yeah. We effectively skip his turn by phasing him, which seems like a super important mechanic. Again, I hate to miss out on the card draw, but 10 damage is 10 damage, man. And Iron Wave effectively gains us 2 block because we do take 3. That's okay. Taking 2 damage this turn. Minimizing the damage we take. This is a long drawn out fight. It's been a long time, but I think that's what it takes to beat this guy. 2 times 8. We don't really... Oh, well, we could bash. Dropkick hurts us, but it's free, and I can't resist that value. And then I might regret this, but I'm going to play Iron Wave. And we're starting to chip away at him a little bit, but we are going to take a lot of damage, and that might have been a mistake. We're going to take 14 damage. Ugh. Now we need to do 50 to get him into defensive. He's going to do 20 to us. This guy's not happy. I think I'm going to discard all of these and try to get my more powerful cards. I think I have to. Because we're running low on HP, so let's discard all of these and see if we can get more of our powerful cards in the deck. Yep. Okay, we got Pommel Strike to draw a little bit more. He's vulnerable, dropkick's free. And then if we strike, we do this. After receiving 28 damage, receive 50% more attack damage for 5 turns. So this guy's gonna take a little bit more damage, but we can't deal 28. So let's just gain some block. Hopefully we can sustain this. We are taking 10. 17. Things are not looking good. Oh, but he's gonna block. Thank God he's blocking. Well, we only have 3 attack cards, so let's just play them. Oh, we phased him. Block for 20. Okay. That hurts. Taking 9. We effectively might kill ourselves then if we hit him too much. We do have to hit him because we do have to get him down. So let's Pommel Strike. We're gonna take 3, but we're gonna draw. And then let's double block so we don't take damage from the next turn. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh wait, he loses. Okay, I should have played that turn much more defensive. That's definitely a misplay on my part. But we only have to deal 10, so I think he's dead. Iron Wave. Strike. Boom. We got him, boys. We got him. Nice. 98 gold. Ooh my god. Explosive damage. Deal 10 damage to enemies. It's like a get out of jail free card. I'm getting shit on. Help me. Gain 30 block. Exhaust. Block is not removed at the start of your turn. Oh. Deal 10 damage if this kills a non-minion enemy. Raise your max HP by 3. Seems like we could get really strong with feed. Oh my god. And use it every fight, kind of prolong fights, block, and be able to increase our max HP. But Barricade seems too expensive. That we've got to use it at the beginning of a fight, and that effectively wastes one of our turns. I like feed. It seems like the most versatile. what happens at the end here. I've never seen someone complete a Slay the Spire's run. I don't stick around that long. I've just seen enough to kind of see what or to see the gameplay. We get a relic apparently. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer obtain potions. Upon pickup, transform 3 cards and upgrade them. Transformed cards become a random card of any rarity. Upgrading cards makes them more powerful. Cards can only be upgraded once. Okay. Upon pickup, choose and add 5 cards to my deck. I want to see more cards, honestly. I think our deck's good, but I want to see more cards. Deal 6 damage at the top of this card in your discard pile. Oh. That's free. Deal 5 damage to all enemies. X times. X times. Like I get to pick? Is that what X means? I don't know what that means. I don't trust that. And Iron Wave's been good to us, but I want to try different cards. Anger. Deal 13 damage, apply 1 weak, 1 vulnerable. You know, I'm going to take Anger again. I feel like Anger's probably a trap, and you're going to be like, oh my god, he's ruining this run with Anger, but who knows. Deal damage equal to your block. Deal 13 damage, apply 1 weak, 1 vulnerable. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Deal 13 damage. Deal damage equal to your block. Interesting, so we could block, deal 10. I like that. Whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block, draw 1 card, put a card from your top hand on the top of your draw pile, deal 9 damage, draw a card. Pommel Strike's been great to us. Clothesline, deal 12 damage, exhaust on non-attack cards from your hand, deal 16. Deal 2 damage 4 times exhaust. I don't know that I like any of these cards, honestly. Clothesline doesn't seem bad, but it seems 2 for 12. It's effectively 2 strikes, but it does apply 2 weak. But it seems not as versatile. If we draw that and we don't have space to play 2 mana. I'm gonna skip this one. Let's close that. Skip card. I'm content with that. Act 2 already? Alright, well, this video's been kind of long. This run's been 41 minutes, so I think I'm going to stop it here. The next video will have the continuation of this run. This is a super cool game. I really enjoyed that run. Actually, I haven't played this game myself. This is the first time I've been playing this run, but I definitely have understood some of the mechanics and learned a lot and made a lot of mistakes that hopefully I won't make again. But yeah, anyway, if you like this, feel free to subscribe, like the video. If you don't like it, dislike it, just I'd like to know why, or leave a comment if you want to say something. If you like this, my Twitch link is in the description. I'm not streaming too much right now, but it's there if you want to follow me right now or get notified. I'll let you guys know when I'm streaming anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. But yeah, alright, that's it. Take care, guys.